Hello everyone, so today we have a new video review and this time we are going to talk about the G-Shock watch. So this is a fresh release from Japanese company and this model is interesting because it offers functions of a smart watch in a typical G-Shock design. I will show it in a second so that you understand what I'm talking about. So here it is a new model B800. It will be available immediately. It is available in several different colors. So here you can see this quite interesting pistachio color, I would say. And the main feature of this watch is that it has inbound the step counter and also the connectivity with the mobile phone. So basically you get all the smaller functions for a quite available price. And why I'm mentioning the price, because recently we were checking the watch G Lite series. As you remember, it was a bit more expensive and it also had the smart functions, but here we get a simple display, cheaper price. So it will be interesting to see whether it's worth sacrificing a modern display technology for a more affordable price. So first we are going to start with unboxing, and as you can see it is more or less typical packaging for a G-Shock series. The metal box comes in a cardboard wrap and inside you'll find watch in a plastic bag. I wouldn't say it's quite sophisticated packaging, but it's more than enough for G-Shock watch, and I mean all fans of G-Shock series are used to such style, so they won't be surprised with anything here. And you can notice that this series comes in this nice gray packaging, so I guess for different colored versions there will be different choice of the paint shade, so you will get slightly different packaging as well. My watch has a bit more paperwork because I get the check manual and there is also the warranty paper, and all this stuff barely fits into the box, but I guess on different markets it will be different contents, so you might get less papers inside, and that will be actually a plus because your box won't be warped. So now we can move to display, and as I said, it is completely different from what we saw in the G Lite series. It's not a memory in pixel display, and therefore it's a simple technology in comparison with a higher range watch. You can see that it is divided with help of the plastic frame. Again, it's more or less usual for G-Shock watches, so in case you have some of the previous models you will be completely fine with that. And whole display is covered with mineral glass, so it should be shock-proof and should survive everyday use. So we have three main sections. The small circular one shows you the seconds, also it shows the Bluetooth connection progress if you connect it to the phone. Then we have the date, and also day name, and below you can see the main section, which is the biggest out of three. So here we have the time indication, also we have the time zone alarm, and also the mute sign is also displayed here. As you can guess, there are no notifications about anything happening on your mobile phone, so you won't be getting any small icons here. And now we can move to the case and buttons. So case is circular here, and in comparison with G Lite series, which was squarish, it is a notable difference. We have 5 buttons layout. The lap reset button is in the center, and overall we have the classic button set for G-Shock. They are easy to press, but there is enough of press force so that you will avoid any accidental pushes. And button color changes depending on the paint version you choose. So as you can see, mine has black buttons, but for example the cream gold will have the white buttons instead. Next we go with the rubber strap, so it's also traditional layout for the G-Shock. We have the reinforced inserts inside which actually keep this circular frame, and this watch is touted as a ladies watch, so it should fit on the lady's wrist as well, but you will notice in our video that there is a small problem because you get the extra portion of the strap. Yes, you can cut it, but then you have to do it nicely because it will be visible on the watch. Of course, strap is not interchangeable unless you get some aftermarket adapters, but it is already up to you whether you would like to get something different on this watch. For me, it is a nice complete styling, so I don't think I would like to change the strap on my watch. Note that inside we do not get the carbon core section, so it's a traditional quartz movement here instead, and it has all the smart functions just like I was mentioning in the beginning. So we have Bluetooth connection with the phone, we also have the strap tracker, so now we can move on to what is actually provided by these functions. Before we start, I have to say that this mobile connection requires this special application. It exists both for Android and also for iPhone, so I don't think you will have a problem finding it. And it is quite easy to set up. As for the watch, it is also just one button to press and then you will have a full connectivity with the watch. And as I said before, there are some minor problems with thin wrists. For example, ladies' wrists, or maybe some guys also have thin wrists. So they will have protruding extra portion of the strap, which will have to be cut off. And it is up to you how to do it, but you have to do it carefully because it will be visible once you will be wearing this watch. So keep it in mind, and you can see it on the video with your own eyes. It's real issue for ladies' watch because Casio actually toots this watch as a women's watch. Another important thing to mention is that the waterproof is 200 meters here and weight is just 53 grams, so this watch barely noticeable on your wrist. It's not a heavy device and it's quite a useful thing for running, jogging, especially if you don't want to take your mobile phone with you. This light watch will be way better choice for a jogging session. Now we can turn our attention to the mobile application. So here you can see the introduction to various features of this app, and it is quite colorful. I really like it. So first of all, you're invited to set up all the unit measurements, and I will leave it as it is because it's European ones. So next you have to input the right data about yourself. Here we have height, and it's really important because it will be influencing the measurement of the steps on your watch. So don't be lazy and put all the right data here and you will be fine with the proper steps measuring. So as you can see, after every change of the data here, it gets synchronized with the watch. And as I said, it actually influences the step measurement on the watch. Even weight should be input, so I really recommend to measure it before changing the number here. And overall, this process is more or less intuitive, I would say, so you won't have any issues here. Note that you can also set up the target steps for the daily norm. Next, you get the setup getting synchronized again with the watch. Then you get the small hint that you have to press the start button, which actually influences the connection with the application. So it is done via Bluetooth, as I said before, and you will see the small flashing sign of the Bluetooth. Next, we have here the small note that there is a map activity, so it can actually also synchronize with the phone. It does not have the GPS inside, keep it in mind, because it's a quite accessible watch, so it would be strange to see the GPS chip inside. But still, here you can see the overall layout. It's clean, understandable. You get the step counter, you get the cover is burned, you get also the info about last update, and then you just press this button again, and you will see a sign of the synchronized. Then it gets connected to the phone, and you get the actual data. So basically you don't have to have the phone around with you all the time because you can do it afterwards, after some training. Just do the synchronization of the data with application and you'll get all the actual data on your phone. B800 should be available in several color versions. As you can see, I have the pastel colors series. There are also 3 watches in this series, and I really like this mint one. And frankly speaking, this ladies design feature is not right at all, because this watch is also suitable for guys. Maybe some guys don't like to wear huge watches as typical G-Shock is, so this one might be a bit more appropriate, and considering its weight, 53 grams, it's really a pleasure to wear every day. And strap is also comfortable, so there are no issues with having it on your hand full working day. It should be also noted that price is just $100 US, so I really think that it's worth a purchase in case you like to run and keep track of your step count and also calories burned. Overall, we get a decent combination of smart functions in this classic G-Shock design. I mean, you would recognize the G-Shock from a mile away. And as you can see, the only thing which you should think about is the simple display technology. So if you're fine with that, you'll be able to save a bit of money and you'll still get smart functions, phone connectivity, and all the connected functions as well. If you're not fine with this, I would rather recommend to check the B100 model, which offers a modern display technology, offers a bit more functions, and of course it costs more, but still you'll get a bit more modern timepiece on your wrist. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this watch here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!